Randy, welcome. I'm glad that you're here to be able to share and ask the question, why should large organizations consider starting a podcast?
Well, Suzanne, first of all, thanks for having me here. And as some of the audience has already heard from the stats that Edison Research shared with you, I think it's clear that podcasting is kind of taking on a new life. I think Seth Godin, the great marketer, said podcasting is the new blogging. For those of you that can remember back in the late 90s, blogging was a big thing. Now it's become podcasting. Voice has taken over. And with the advent and growth of smart speakers and all of these amazing devices like this phone that we carry around on a regular basis, we have access to information like never before. And before I just jump into three ways that large companies can really embrace this technology, I want you to really think about this one simple idea. As of 2020, 50% of all search is voice. By 2025, all search traffic will be done by voice. So just take that and put it in your back pocket. So now let's talk about some of the B2B benefits of starting a podcast. Obviously, there's just a simple return on investment of taking the time to tell your company's story. Every company has a hero's journey, whether it's a founder's story, whether it's a story of how you developed your client base, whether it is a product or a technology that you've come up with. I think too often we dismiss that once we've told that story once on a video, or once we've memorialized it in written form on our blog or podcast or website, that's it. You're missing out on a chance to tell that story early and often, especially for those that don't know it, because a lot of times we make assumptions that everybody already knows the background and history. And if you're a large Fortune 1000 company that's been around the block, you just sometimes make assumptions that people know who you are, but you don't want to be that best kept secret. In my mind, podcasting is a great way for you to get the message out and to control the narrative. So when you think of it, as a gatekeeper, you get to put your information out there. You get to mold it the way that you want your clients to hear it. You get to share the latest industry info. You can tell the story of your projects. If you're a project-based company, you can create a strong recruitment and retention message, because when you think of it, millennials and especially Gen Z, that group of kids that is just coming out of school right now, they consume information differently. They're very agnostic about the platforms that they use, but podcasting is one of those platforms that they have gravitated towards. And I think by 2024, millennials are going to be a larger subset of the population than baby boomers. So you've got to think about who your audience is.
And they want to see the real story behind your business. They want to hear that heart connect.
Absolutely.
And know, right?
I mean, well, yeah, look at the way these young people and kids embrace social media. TikTok is huge. Why? Well, because people can tell stories in bite-sized pieces. And the thing about podcasting is that it gives you that opportunity to do it, and you have control over your message.
We've kind of moved into the B2C with this now, having granular conversations, right?
Right. Yeah. So you can have really granular conversations about your organization. You can tell testimonial stories. You can talk about ways that your product or the technology or your services transform the lives of people that use it. And those to me are more the benefits of why people should work with you, why people should buy whatever product you're selling. The great copywriters talk about, you can talk about features all day long. Nobody cares about that. They want to know what's in it for me. What are the benefits of working with your organization, the benefits of buying your product? And honestly, podcasting using voice is a great way to transfer that information.
And Randy, we would be remiss if we didn't touch on just about a minute or so of internal podcasts, the benefits of those for large organizations.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I have a ton of ideas about internal podcasting. And certainly that's one of the consulting pieces that I do, because I'm now helping firms frame their founder story. That's one thing that you can do internally so that you can help build your culture. A lot of times people in the C-suite think that, oh, everybody knows what we're all about. You make basic assumptions that when someone was onboarded, they learned all they could know about the company, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You really get an opportunity with podcasting from an internal perspective to control the narrative and to tell that story more often so that people are eat, sleeping, and drinking your mission. People understand the culture. And especially if you're at a large firm, because many Fortune 1000 companies are thousands of people, how do you stay top of mind with all of your employees? A podcast, pushing out your voice, sharing your message on a regular basis with your people internally, privately, which is possible nowadays with the technology, will really help you move people forward in your organization. So you can do that. Recruitment and retention is also beneficial. It can help out on the HR side with onboarding and training. And you can do professional development and knowledge transfer so that as people age out of your organization, they don't take with them all that they know up here from the 30 years that they put in your company. They
Mm.
now can tell those stories via podcast and share them with the next generation of employees.
I love that. Randy, thank you so much. What I'm hearing about internal is from the janitor to the CEO, everybody in between. It's a level playing field of information getting put out properly as it was meant to be and not through the telephone game of, I think this is what I heard in the meeting, and then
Right.
passing that down too. So,
Exactly.
Randy, I
Exactly.
wish we had more time. Thank you
I
so
know.
much. We have all
Yeah.
your information here, and we'll probably be in touch for more information very soon. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Suzanne. I appreciate it.